Hi, all my fellow flyers. How are you doing this Saturday? I just wanted to make a quick video and ask any of you if you have ever felt like you have a calling or a destiny in this life. I've always felt like when my kids grew up, I was going to do something important in this world. And then I got set on this path of our ascension and um, our ascending this world and into a higher state of consciousness. And as I've learned over the last 7 years what that entails, I've realized that Mother Earth is going to a higher state of consciousness towards 5D, and we as inhabitants of the Earth, of course, have to adapt and we have to go into higher states of consciousness as well. So we are changing, we are ascending to higher states of consciousness as a collective and individually, and we have certain things that we can do that I've learned that help with this ascension, and I've been spending a lot of time on those things. One of the things that we can do, I may have mentioned before, is staying in the present moment, because we can do nothing about the past and the future's not here yet. Another thing that we are learning to do is to stand in our authenticity and be transparent. It is what it is, and we don't have to make excuses for it or explain it to anyone what we're doing. We don't owe anyone an explanation. We just have to stand in our truth and be sovereign and set up clear boundaries that are boundaries for us. I believe that what we're all doing and learning as we expand is we're all kind of creating our own universe, and in our universe we get to say what our universe consists of and who we let in our universe and who we don't let in our universe. And we are learning to walk in integrity and um, do the right thing whether anybody's looking or not. As we take on more light and our vibration raises to a higher state of consciousness, we receive more gifts as well. With our intuition, we are connecting more with our higher self, and we are learning to be our highest self. And service to others is another way that can really move us and raise our state of consciousness. And let's see, there are so many things. We are learning to navigate this road that we're on. There's going to be a lot of things happening on the earth, like there is now with the COVID and with our rights being tampered with or taken away. And we have to learn that we can go within, that we have our truth and we have our sovereignty, and we just need to stand in that, and we don't need to people please, and we don't need to say what we think others want to hear, but we just are authentic, and we say what needs to be said, and we are no longer the ones that will stay silent to please other people. We will stand up for what we believe in, and together as a collective, we can stand together and we can rise together. All of our systems that we have on this earth are going to end up crumbling. They're going to need to be rebuilt. They We are going to need to join together. We are going to have to own everything that we are. We have to own it. We have to um, be willing to stand up and fight for it if it is something that we really believe in. We have to stay open to what's coming and try and be the quiet observer, and not attach all of the emotions that are going through us that we're processing as we are evolving as souls. Those emotions are just frequency. They are just energy and frequency, and they will run through your body. And if we can just let them run through our body and not attach to them, then they will go through our body much quicker. And when we make attachments to things, then we make the process last even longer. And we need to hold no expectations. When we have expectations, we get disappointed. So we need to hold no expectations. And but yeah, have gratitude. Have gratitude for everything. Look at everything, every challenge that comes to your life as an opportunity to choose to be your higher self, as an opportunity to choose something that is going to benefit you. Look at every opportunity as a way to expand your consciousness and your thinking. And don't, we have no control of what happens in our life. We only have control of the way that we handle it or how we respond to it. So if we can move into a state where we're not having a pity party, where we own everything, we take responsibility for all of the actions in our life, because after all, our thoughts and feelings that are running through us right now are creating our now present moment. So we are responsible for the reality in our lives. And it's through our perception and our thoughts and our attitude. So if we can go inside and we can look into our hearts and we can feel what we want, we can feel what's going on, we can choose something different, and we know that we have that ability, then it changes our perception. And it won't be near as hard to navigate if you can change your perception. When you change your perception, you change your life. And we need to I'm there's so many things that I'm trying to think of. We need to stay in the present moment, be of service to others. We need to go within for the answers, because we do hold all the answers. And you can think about things, but in the end, go into your heart, because your heart is your higher self. It is where the truth lies, and it won't ever lie to you, and it won't misguide you. Whereas in your mind is where the ego resides, and it is self-serving, and it will be self-serving, and it will keep us in that paradigm of the old ways that we were programmed, which are not right, and they do not apply now in this state of consciousness that we're living in. We have to be open to tearing down those structures, examining and getting rid of our limiting beliefs that come up in our lives, those attitudes or those feelings or boundaries that we may have, or thoughts or beliefs that are limiting to us, that we took on, that were somebody else's, that were taught to us from our early childhood. We have to examine those and realize that they are limiting beliefs, and let them go and choose something that applies to us more now, something that will serve us more now. So it really does mean tearing apart and tearing down our old structures and rebuilding new structures based on whatever it is in your heart that you feel that you need to do. And we will be given those signs and that guidance if we just open up to it. We will be given that. And it's quite a journey. It really is quite a journey. But those are just some of the things that we need to do. And we need to be more compassionate. We need to be more compassionate with ourselves and with others, and to love more and feel more love towards ourselves and others, and realize that timing is just divine in the universe. We're all right where we need to be at every moment. What's going to be right for you is not necessarily going to be right for me, and vice versa. And that each person has free will to choose their own. And just trust that your family and your friends are taken care of, that the universe wants the highest good for all of us, and will supply whatever it is that we find that we need. And try and stay in a state of joy and gratitude and laughter and childlike wonder, and see the good through the bad. Hold someone's hand. Say something nice to somebody that's going to change their day. Just one little extra act of kindness will just ripple through this universe like you wouldn't believe, and bring so much joy. And it does change lives. One little thing changes lives. And so be that joy, and don't stand in the fear. Don't add to the fear of this collective consciousness that is this dark shadow coming over the earth that is trying to create fear in all of us, fear narratives to get us to follow what its agenda is that it wants us to follow. Know that there's something else you can choose. Know that there's love. We can all choose love. We can choose laughter. We can choose kindness. We can choose all that is good in the world because there is so much good. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on connecting with others and not judging others. Concentrate on being of service to others and not judging others. Concentrate on being that change you want to see in the world. And concentrate on that this all will end someday, but for a while and for a few years into the future, I personally know that I'm going to stand in the middle of this shadow of this darkness, and I have to view it all. I have to see it all. It cannot be transmuted unless it is seen. So I have to stand in the middle of this shadow, and I have to look at it all for what it is, and I have to let this light come out of my heart and shine as bright as it can to show the way for others and to transmute this darkness, because the light will eat the darkness. And I have to stand there and know in my heart it's all okay, that I have the courage and I have the strength, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show the way, and I'm going to be the way. And I know everyone has their own way and their own role and their own special set of circumstances that they, destiny or whatever you want to call it, that they have to fulfill in this lifetime. Certain roles they came here to play, certain contracts that they made before they came here for certain things. And we have to respect everybody and their role, and that everyone is right where they need to be, and that nobody has the same role as you, and what's going to resonate with one person may not resonate with another, but everyone's right where they need to be. And just trust that, because everything going on right now in this earth is a divine plan. It is divine timing. It is divine. And I'm grateful that I came here for this role, and I'm grateful every moment that I get to be on the earth and that I get to learn and choose something positive. And I'm grateful for any opportunity that I have to be a good influence on other people. And I'm grateful for all of it. It's so wonderful. There's never been a time like this on the earth, and I am so grateful that I get to be here and be in this and have this opportunity. And I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to keep the fight up, keep the courage up, and I'm going to be love, and I'm going to be light, and I'm going to be inspiration, and I'm going to be laughter, and I'm going to be compassion, and I'm going to be empathy, and I'm going to be encouragement, and a whole bunch of other awesome, wonderful things, because I can't think of any other way to be, but just the next time the dark shadow drops a bomb on us, or a way to try and control us more, or have us live in the fear, I just want to look it in the eye and say, is that all you got? Is that all you're giving me? I can take more than that. Bring it on. And then they bring it on, and I say the same thing again. That is who I am choosing to be. That is who I will be. And I hope that everybody has a feeling of a destiny or a drive that they're here for, because it does feel good. And if you look inside and you go within and search, you'll find your place, and it'll find you. Namaste. I love you.